Hello! Welcome back to my classroom. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about GoGokid. I have a few people who are just beginning with GoGokid, and I wanted to make kind of an update video about a few things that are different at GoGokid and things you want to be aware of. The company is so similar to Vipkid, it makes it a very easy transition. But there are a few things that might throw you off, so I wanted to give you a heads up. I also managed to record some real class time so you can see a little bit of class time, what the lessons look like, and how the platform works. When you get trained, you will get shown how to use the platform, but it's always good to have a heads up for your interview and things like that. So enjoy a little bit of how the classroom works, and after that I will talk to you about a few things that are different. So let's go. Alright, so here we are in the GoGokid Classroom, waiting for it to load. So I'm using the app now. They recommend that you start using the app so they can work out all the kinks. Here I am. It's Thanksgiving when I recorded this. So the first thing I'm doing is turning my camera off. They can't see you until you click start class, but I turn the camera off, I send a little message and a little smiley face. Then you can also draw on the screen. Here is how you type words on the screen, which is really nice. You can change your pen color. Then you have an eraser and a trash can, very similar to Vipkid. So I love changing my colors, and also when class starts you'll be able to use the whiteboard, which is right next to the trash can. So the first thing I do is this is how you get help actually. It'll give you the option to refresh if you need help and also to contact a fireman. Then I go and I do the check. So you can do a check of your speaker, your microphone, and your camera. And it has a whole test for you to do, automated. So always check that before you start class. Also, there's a translator here on the left. If your student types something in Chinese, you can click on it and it will translate into English. They have the same option on their side. If you type something, they can translate it into Chinese, which really helps if you're having technical issues. So when it's time to start class, you'll click start class and then they will be able to see you. There's also a bunch of AR stickers here, and you can use those sparingly for you and the student most of the time. So you have the same option to turn off your camera, and now I'm just waiting for class to start. Here are the gems. This is like the stars for GoGokid. So when you click on your student's screen, they just pop up. Alright, here is just a little bit of class time. We were talking about eat. And this is an interactive lesson, so the student can click on something they want to eat. And it's saying for me, eat. Then the student can say, and I can say, eat. So the word eat definitely is said by the GoGokid curriculum already, which can save your voice a little bit. And here is Dragon, and Dragon's going to eat too. Very simple but interactive for the student. So again, I will say click on the food. Let's eat. Eat. And if your student is more advanced, you can talk about what you are eating. My student is very young here, so we are just saying eat. Okay, this lesson is about fruit. What are these? These are oranges. So you can click the speech bubble and it will say this for you. I absolutely love this about GoGokid because they can hear it in someone else's voice, and then you can say it as well. So here it's, what are these? These are grapes. My grapes are green, but it's a good conversation topic. I'll say, what color are these grapes? And I see if the student knows purple and green. So that's really fun. And if your student is advanced, you can try to get them to read, what are these? So you can always extend on the lesson. Some of GoGokid's lessons are shorter. Here it comes again. What are these? And the student can click to open up and see what it is. Right now my student is showing me something on her whiteboard. So Gogokid's lessons are very fun, and the songs sing for you. I love that part. You don't want to sing along because there's a delay. So just let the song play. You can mouth the words if you want, dance around. But I really like that it says the words for you. So there you go. If you have any questions about the GoGokid website, I'll go ahead and answer your questions. Just leave them below. And I'm also going to tell you what is different about GoGokid, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so once again, I am just winging this from what I remember is different about GoGokid. I have an old video which I will link, which has some things that are different about GoGokid in case I forget something or you want to watch another video. But I would say something you need to know is that GoGokid only pays once a month. They pay on the 15th and they pay through PayPal or to your bank. PayPal is super easy. Once it goes in your PayPal, you just transfer it to your bank. And don't do the instant transfer because it's going to charge you a percentage. Just do the next day transfer and it'll happen the next day. So with GoGokid, you cannot watch your class playback. So when I recorded my class time, it was a little difficult because I had to use my screen recorder during class. So I didn't get a lot of footage because that can kind of slow down my connection. So GoGokid is moving to a desktop or an app, and that is coming by March 1st, I believe. So they want you to download the app and use it to teach classes, which I do, and I have been having a fabulous time, no difference. Vipkid did the same thing, and it's successful at Vipkid, so Gogokid is following suit. You will notice that most things that Gogokid does is right behind what Vipkid does because Vipkid's awesome, so they want to follow suit. Something that is strange is that you will get an email the day before your classes that says your class is starting soon. It's really for the next day, so don't panic when you get that email. That still trips me up when I see that. Gogokid does not have an app, but they will send you a text reminder the night before your classes. So that's nice. Before I go to bed, it says, oh, I have 4 classes tomorrow, don't forget. There are no alarms because there is no app, but it is nice to have that little reminder. Okay. Gogokid recently told us that they want us to extend on the lesson based on the lesson. So some of Gogokid's lessons are shorter, like a 16 slide lesson, okay? And a lot of them are really simple. They've been improving it so it's not so simple, but my advice is to extend on almost every slide if you see that there are only 16 slides. They want you to extend with the material that they're learning. So if the student is learning that eat lesson, you can extend. I eat hamburgers. They don't want you to extend by playing 10 minutes of games at the end of class, right? If you're going to do it at the end of class, make sure that it relates to the topic. So that's something to know. The Gogokid credit score is how you are paid. It's really easy to get your credit score up. I'm going to link a video here and down below that explains the credit score. But basically, if you show up to class and you're doing your teaching correctly, you won't lose credit score points. If you get negative stars, you can lose credit score points, and your credit score determines your base pay. But for 16 months, I've been able to keep my credit score up. 1 time or 2 times I've had to cancel some classes, and my credit score would drop those points, and then I just built it back up by teaching classes and getting 5-star reviews. So it's pretty simple, but it is good to understand the system, so make sure you check out that video. All right. Sometimes I get tripped up in Gogokid because you have to change from pen to like the pen so that student can draw, or the clicker so they can click. So it doesn't automatically switch for you every time, so keep aware of that. If you're asking your student to click and they're not able to click, it's probably still on the pencil. Something else to know about Gogokid is they've requested in the past that during a student no-show you keep your camera and your microphone on. Some people did not like this. I'm not even sure if it's still required, but I still do it because they haven't said it's not required. So I don't care. They're looking at me during class anyway. Who cares if they look at me when I'm waiting for a student no show? They want to make sure that if the student comes in, they can see the teacher and they want to make sure that you can hear the student. So I just do it anyway to be safe. All right, and you want to make sure that you don't have any dinos behind you or VIP kid things on your clothing when you're teaching. Sometimes I forget and I play this tic-tac-toe game and it has mic on it. So I hope they don't catch me because I forgot to cover it. So I'm like, oop, and I quickly cover mic. But just make sure you don't have any other companies' logos around. So if I missed anything, let me know. Things at Gogokid are super similar to VIP Kid, and it's a smooth transition. And please, if you're watching this and I forgot something, put it in the comments because I just finished classes and I just want to get this out there so that people who are joining can get a little glimpse into Gogokid. So let me know, you guys, if I forgot something. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, Gogokid. See you next time.